Step into the arena of Nigeria's political theatre, where the stage is set for a monumental shift in governance. Today, we delve deep into the winds of change sweeping through the country's public institutions. For many years, the sustainability and viability of many of Nigeria's public institutions have been called into question. Now, 10 years after the Oronsaye Committee submitted the white paper report listing its recommendations, the Tinubu administration approved its full implementation. Rumors are swirling as to just how far the implementation has gone. Have some public institutions been scrapped or restructured already? This is where we find out. Welcome to a new episode of The Proof, where we decipher the truth behind the headlines. The Stephen Oronsaye Committee report on restructuring and rationalization of federal government parastatals, commissions and agencies, or better known as Oronsaye Report, is at the heart of today's quest to sort fact from fiction. Joining me today is Semilore Adelola, Africa Check's editorial intern. Thank you for joining us, Semilore.
Hi Dashen, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Now, there's been a lot of discussion about the Nigerian government's approval of recommendations for the reform of public institutions. Let's start with a quick background of the Oronsaye report.
Certainly, a committee was set up in 2011 to conduct a comprehensive review of the federal agencies and also to make recommendations for its restructuring. The recommendations included merging, subsuming, and also the abolishment of federal agencies with similar functions. Bayo Ononuga, a special advisor to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, said that the report was earlier sent to the Goodluck Jonathan's administration in 2012, and then a white paper was published in 2014, and the Buhari-led administration revisited the white paper in 2022, and then a second white paper was thereby published in the same year. And since the reports came out, people have been requesting for the Oronsaye's implementation.
What we've seen is that rather than reduce the size of the government in line with the recommendations of the report, the government continued to expand. New agencies were created and existing agencies became seemingly bloated. Now, recently, the Federal Executive Council under the Bola Tinubu administration approved recommendations put forward by the Oronsaye Committee 10 years after the white paper was submitted. Let's bring viewers up to speed with where we are now with the implementation.
On 26th of February this year, the Federal Executive Council approved the full implementation of the Oronsaye Report. The Secretary to the Government of the Federation, George Akume, on 7th of March, inaugurated an 8-member committee charged with the responsibility to ensure the full implementation of this report within 12 weeks. According to a list released by Abdulaziz, a senior special assistant to the President on print media, the list of agencies, commissions and parastatals to be affected by the decision of the FEC indicated that 2 to be scrapped, 15 to be merged, 9 to be subsumed, and 4 to be relocated.
Thank you for that overview. Now, a viral post on social media is claiming that the government has scrapped the Federal Radio Corporation of Nigeria, the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, the Nigeria Center for Disease Control, Nigeria Communications Commission, and the National Television Authority. Now, there seems to be some confusion surrounding which agencies are affected by these reforms and if some agencies have already been scrapped.
Despite claims on social media like Facebook suggesting that the FRCN, the ICPC, the NCDC, the NCC, and the NTA are being scrapped, this is not entirely true because the FEC has only approved the abolition of 2 organizations, 2 agencies, and that includes the Pension Transitional Arrangement Directorate and the National Senior Secondary Education Commission, while other agencies are currently undergoing merging, absorption, and relocation.
Thank you for clarifying that. Now, Semilore, let's take a break here. Now, when we come back, let's look at the potential challenges for the implementation.
Hey, TikTok fam! Ever wondered how you can sift through the noise and find info you can trust? Well, let's break it down in 6 seconds. First up, always check the source. Verified accounts, those are a big plus. Look for that blue check mark. Next, cross-check the facts. If you see something wild, pause and look it up on trusted news sites or official pages. Third, use fact-checking websites. They're like detectives for the truth. Fourth, context is key. A quote or photo out of context can mislead you. Last but not least, when in doubt, ask the experts. Reach out to professionals or use educational resources for clarity. Remember, knowledge is power, and you got the power to find the truth. Stay curious, stay smart, and keep scrolling responsibly.
Welcome back. This is The Proof, powered by Africa Check. Today, we're looking into a claim that some agencies have been scrapped as the Tinubu administration moves forward with its reform agenda. Semilore Adelola, Africa Check editorial intern, is with me as we seek for the truth in this conversation. And Semilore, given the complexity of these reforms, what challenges do you foresee in their implementation?
Implementing such reforms can be very challenging, especially when it has to do with restructuring agencies that already have their own established systems and procedures. And one of the main challenges is ensuring a smooth transition within these agencies that have been affected without disrupting the services they provide. And additionally, there may be resistance within organizations and stakeholders that have been affected, and also there might be logistical and financial constraints that needs to be addressed.
That's certainly something to consider. Now, why do you think there's been so much misinformation surrounding this issue?
Misinformation often spreads rapidly, especially on social media, where information can be shared easily without proper verification. Individuals may have misinterpreted or exaggerated the government's actions, leading to the dissemination of inaccurate information. It is very crucial for individuals to critically evaluate information before sharing them, and also to rely on credible sources online for government's policies and reforms.
Absolutely. Moving forward, what steps do you believe the Nigerian government should take to ensure the successful implementation of these reforms?
To ensure the successful implementation of these reforms, the government should ensure and also prioritize the transparency and communication with the public. And it's also essential to provide clear timelines and guidelines for the restructuring process, and to also engage with stakeholders to address any concerns or challenges that may arise. It is also important to provide adequate resources and also the support that may be needed to facilitate the transition process, and also to achieve the objective of these reforms.
Thank you, Semilore, for your time. This is where we draw the curtain on this episode. Join me next time on The Proof as we continue our exploration of current events and seek to uncover the truth behind the headlines. If you have comments or a claim you want us to fact check, tweet at AfricaCheck_NG. Follow News Central on our social media platforms. We are at News Central TV. And you can check out our website. It's www.newscentral.africa. Stay informed, stay vigilant. Until next time, I'm Dashen Usman, signing out.